Hey folks, welcome. We are at week number 3. We are at our first deep dive on civilization. So we are at the Greeks and the Romans. So last week we learned how it all started. got some of the ancient world in there, and now we're looking at what is known as our first Western civilization. So that's the dominant culture's term for it. But yeah, we're at our first Western civilization with the Greeks and the Romans. Okay, so what will we be doing in this chapter? What are the objectives and what are we going to talk about this chapter? We're going to look at some of the garments of the ancient civilizations of Crete and Greece. We're going to look at some of the adornments and hairstyles of the ancient Greeks. And then we're going to move on to the Romans, look at the political social structure of ancient Rome and some of those garments of early Rome. Now, you know one of the early garments of early Rome. We all know the toga, so you will learn about the toga and who could wear the toga, because they were specific on who could wear the toga, okay? So, like I said, we're going to dive into the early civilization of the Greeks. We'll look at the classical Greeks and then look at some garments and adornments, and then we will do the same thing for the Romans. Now, just for this one module, the Learning is Fun lecture is in 2 parts. There's one page that's just Greece, and then there's one page that's just Romans. So we're only going to cover this module for 1 week, but you need to do both. Make sure you cover both of those lectures. Okay, so you'll get the historical background on both, but they're 2 separate pages. So make sure you do the Greeks first, and then you dive into the Romans. And then, as always, we have a discussion board this week as well. So I'm excited. This is a discussion board where you get to pull an image in of that is of your own choosing. So I'm excited about that. Okay. All right. So you know the scenario. Same thing every week. Oh, this week we also do have our first critical thinking activity. So this week we have this is what it looks like this week. This week you have your introductory video. You're here. You have the lectures, but the lectures are on 2 pages. You have the discussion board, and then you have a critical thinking activity to complete. So that is what is happening this week. And then, of course, you have your recap. Okay? All right, you know what to do. I look forward to seeing your discussion boards and your critical thinking activities. All right, bye.